Well, we're going back again from the Goodwill bargain bin, starting off with some Blu-rays. We have a Charlie Brown Christmas, getting to be towards that time of year. SpongeBob the Movie, Defiance, True Grit, and Twilight. Then starting off with the DVDs, getting into some TV stuff, we have a sealed copy of the first season of I Love Lucy, one of the greatest shows of all time. The 4Kids Favorites Flintstones collection. They did a bunch of these, which are kind of repackages of other, Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera related animated stuff. They have a whole bunch of those as 4Kids Favorites. Blue Bloods seasons 1 and 3. Seasons 1 and 2 of This Is Us. Complete first season of The Glades. A few different volumes of The Ghost Hunters, a limited edition of the very best of The Ghost Hunters, Volume 2, and looks like Volume 1. Very different cover art, interesting. This is kind of a cooler, more sci-fi looking. This is very much this is a reality show kind of cover. On the National Geographic, we have Into the Great Pyramid. From the History Channel, from the Modern Marvels series. It was pretty fun to watch. I've watched a bunch of Modern Marvels. Those can be pretty good. Walt Disney World. This actually be kind of cool. I want to add that to my watch pile. That'll be fun to look through. From ABC Family, we have Snow Globe, ABC Family original movie. First season of Soap. BBC Video Season 4 of Coupling. Season 1 of Chesapeake Shores. BBC's San Andreas, the next mega quake. Looks a lot like the cover, too, of that San Andreas movie with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I wonder if it came out around the same time. Another volume of I Love Lucy. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Kids series, Season 4 of Monk, and Season 2 of Fringe. One of the Kid Songs music video releases, I Can Dance. 2 copies randomly of Old Dogs, Disney movie. Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, Grown Ups, Dodgeball, Willard, Scooby-Doo Greatest Mysteries, Caddyshack, Independence Day, Shawshank Redemption, DVD, True Grit, Blu-ray and DVD today, might have been from the same person, the widescreen special edition of Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, the unrated edition, Superman the Movie, The Villain, the Most Wanted Westerns collection with a very young Arnold, kind of an interesting one, Arnold and Margaret. We have Word World Lucky Duck, so this is like a preschool age probably, looks like vocabulary builder. Passion of the Christ, Beaches, Up and Away, some Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat, Disney's The Jungle Book, regular edition, but at least it was sealed. Frost Nixon, Merchant of Venice, Non-Stop, Liam Neeson, The 33, Give Them a Helm Alone, Maze Runner, Scorched Trials, this Core Rhythms dance exercise program. It's like a 4 or 5 disc set, as seen on TV. Big Lebowski, Zodiac, Hop, Return of the Pink Panther, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Saving Private Ryan, a 4 films Nicholas Sparks collection, Newsies, Fabulous Baker Boys, Mona Lisa Smile, 2012, Mrs. Doubtfire, Like Dandelion Dust, Meet the Sight Words, one of 15 months to 6 years, another kind of preschool age collection, John Wayne Undefeated in North to Alaska, Assassination Tango, Ratatouille, American Tail 1 and Fievel Goes West, Monumental, Taxi, The Talented Mr. Ripley, Scholastic Video Collection, Martin's Big Words, Legendary. This is a great movie with Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant, Holiday, Monster Trucks, Jersey Boys, Elmo's World Favorite Things, Mercury Rising, Cats and Dogs, and Cats and Dogs: The Revenge of Kitty Galore, Dazed and Confused, animated double feature set, Disney's Alice in Wonderland, Love's Abiding Joy, Transporter, Mark Gungor, Laugh Your Way to a Better Marriage, Rodney Dangerfield, Back to School, Turner and Hooch, Chesapeake Shores Season 2, forgot to put that in the TV stuff. True Lies. Sleeping Beauty. Stephen King's Riding the Bullet. Matilda. Room on the Broom. Stuck on You. Sweet Home Alabama. The Pearl Harbor Collector's Edition. Keeping the Faith. Footloose. Moana. Happy Feet. The Story of Jesus for Children. Liar Liar. Forks Over Knives. Fox and the Hound 2-movie collection. This is a really sad movie. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Every time I look at the cover even, it's like, ugh, it's such a sad movie. It's All About Love. A double feature with The Polar Bear King and No Place Like Home. The Polar Bear King I remember seeing years ago on VHS. Never heard of this No Place Like Home. But Judge Reinhold, when this came out. But yeah, interesting double feature. Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. Sleepless in Seattle, sealed 10th Anniversary Edition. The Merry Gentleman. This is really cool. This is a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. This is a special edition with a booklet. I'm actually going to swap out my like a regular edition of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I'm going to swap mine out for this one because this looks really, really cool. It has a 34-page storybook, and it's a 2-disc set as well with some extra features and yeah, kind of cool artwork. Pull it out. So disc 1. There's 2 different versions of the movie, both the full frame and widescreen remaster. The sing-along disc 2 has Remembering Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Dick Van Dyke documentary, a couple other documentaries, interviews, all kinds of stuff in there. So that's kind of really cool. I'm definitely gonna swap my version out for that. That's one thing that I love about doing this kind of stuff, going to the bin so frequently, is that even when I'm kind of done with collecting a lot of stuff, sometimes just find like a better version, just swap it out kind of thing for a few pennies. He Touched Me, the gospel music of Elvis Presley. Where on the Doll Did Elvis Touch You? Steven Seagal, Out for a Kill. Constant Gardener. Maleficent. First Pirates movie. Beowulf and Grendel. And The Rose Tattoo. Few VHS finds, starting off with this older MGM kind of big box release. This is really cool. Ride the High Country, Randolph Scott. I'm liking these are in great condition, especially because the spines get ruined a lot when I find them, but this is in really good shape. Foreign Correspondent. Demetrius and the Gladiators. From the RKO collection, it's really cool. Maureen O'Hara in At Sword's Point. The More the Merrier. This would be good for Halloween, even if it's a former rental from the Universal Monsters Classic Collection, Frankenstein. This is a Tom Hanks comedy collection. This is kind of a cool VHS set. This is That Thing You Do, Bachelor Party, and The Man with One Red Shoe. I never saw The Man with One Red Shoe, but it's kind of a cool set, and it's definitely the find for the VHS. Covers a little bit, the plastic's a little bit warped, but it's really not bad. It's in pretty good shape overall. We have Humanoids from the Deep, Warner Home Video. So, and the tape itself looks pristine, like the inside looks pristine. So, this is kind of a cool find there. And then just a few books, and actually one music find. I forgot about this one here. We have 40 Magic Memories, a Doris Day CD collection. That's pretty cool. Stephen King, The Stand, the complete and uncut edition. Some book 1 of The Heritage of Shannara with Terry Brooks. The Great and Terrible Beauty. The Lady Matador's Hotel. Skin of the Sea. And this is going to be cool, like collectible book, more for the artwork for somebody. One of those old collector's books, but this is very specific, and this is cool. I want to flip through this. We have Saturday morning TV collectibles of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So that's really cool. Someone's going to love that for their collection. Just while flipping through, looking at all the artwork, because I have stuff like this for Star Trek. We'll go through and just kind of book all the collectibles, kind of look at what's out there, trip down kind of memory lane, and look into the past for all this different stuff. Some color stuff here. We have Underdog, Supercar. This is pretty fascinating. It's cool. Peter Potamus and the Pink Panther. This is real a fun one that I hope will go to a good home for a collector for that kind of stuff. So that was it for today. A pretty good morning out, and I'll see you pretty soon. Actually, I have a couple of these. Not sure when they're going to be coming up as far as like in order or whatever, but a couple of these built up that I've done and just haven't put out yet. So you should see like a few in a row here if you like this kind of stuff. So enjoy.